Hey, how's it going? This is Dan Schwartz with InvestorFuse, the easiest way to convert your leads into deals. And on this video, I'm going to talk about 3 super hot ways to find buyers in your market. So I'm going to preface this by saying there's so many buyers out there. Like, finding buyers is not the issue. Really, your focus should be on finding sellers. So with these 3 strategies right here, you're gonna basically be able to sell any wholesale deal if you do this consistently. So here are the 3 strategies that I use in my market in Baltimore that you can use in your market. Very, very ninja that I haven't heard a lot of people teach this before. So check it out. The first one is title companies. Title companies are at the table for every single transaction. They know who the buyers are, they know who the sellers are, and hint, hint, they know who the lenders are as well. Here's how you can leverage title companies to find buyers. Well, first of all, make sure you have a good working relationship with your investor-friendly title company. Your investor-friendly title company knows who is interested in what area, especially the ones that do a lot of wholesale flip type of transactions. Present them with your assignment contracts and just ask your title attorney or your title agent if they have any clients that might be interested in this. Most of the time, they won't even want a referral fee because they're going to get the transaction at the end of the day, right? It's just another deal that they can close. So ask your title attorney. It's pretty simple. I've gotten a lot of deals that way in Baltimore, but it really is depending on your relationship with your title agent or attorney. So that's one way. You can also ask them if there's any hard money lenders or private lenders that might be able to fund a flip for you. So, or a buy and hold that you'd have to refinance. The second way is super ninja. All right, this is for markets that have auctions that happen on premises, meaning the auction isn't at the courthouse steps, like foreclosure, but it's actually in front of the house. So sometimes there are local auction companies that, landlords that own big portfolios hire these auction companies just to sell them all. So look up your local auction companies, your private auction companies, and make sure they have a list of all the upcoming auctions and see if they actually happen in front of the house itself. Because that way, some of the buyers can actually go in the house beforehand and make an educated offer when they're bidding on the property. So I used to hustle for buyers at the auction. Like, I used to go to the auction, like hand out my card secretly. But the auctioneer doesn't really like that, right? Because you're sort of soliciting your services at their event. So instead, here's what you do. This is super sneaky. You basically put up bandit signs along the GPS route that all of these buyers are going to be driving on. The bandit sign is simple. Needs rehab, must sell, 45K cash, phone number. Your phone's going to blow up with all those buyers that are driving to that auction. You know they have cash because they're going to the auction, and you need to have cash to buy at the auction. So you're going to get calls from cash buyers, typically from people that don't really have an online presence. Like, these are the guys that don't have, their investment LLC business page on Facebook. Like, these are there's a lot of foreign buyers that go to auctions. There's a lot of deep pockets that really don't network or go to RIA meetings that will call these bandit signs. And I have made my best buyer connections from this strategy. They'll call the bandit sign. No one else knows who this buyer is, and you can just sell them all your deals. And that's a fantastic relationship to have. And once you've figured out the buyer problem, then you can focus on what really matters now, which is finding the deals, getting the motivated seller pipeline built using tools like InvestorFuse to convert those into deals. And that is a super hot way to find buyers using the auction bandit sign strategy. Now, the third strategy is so simple. People overcomplicate. They think they need to send out all these postcards to market their property. They think they need to put all of their deals online. They think they need to email blast all their properties out. Nah, don't do that. All you need to do is look who bought the house, like across the street or down the road, by pulling the cash comps. And then you call the realtor that sold the property, specifically the buyer's agent. You call the realtor using this information that you can pull off public record, or maybe on Zillow, or maybe you have access to the MLS. You can actually get the buyer's agent's cell phone number, and you call them and you say, hey, I have this off-market deal. I know your client just bought the house right across the street. Ours is exactly the same. We can actually get it for the same price that he bought that. Could you send this over to him and see if we could work out a deal? More often than not, they're going to want to do the deal because they're going to get paid on the back ends when that flip is listed as a retail, fully renovated property. Sometimes the realtor might ask for a small commission. Fine, you can give them $1,000 if they ask. But more often than not, they love to help their clients, and they're going to pass on this off-market opportunity that isn't available anywhere else. So just cash comps using the buyer's agents if you don't have the buyer's direct cell phone number. Or you can skip trace the buyer using all these different skip trace tools and basically just sell the deal to the person that bought the house across the street. It's as simple as that. You don't need to post the deal online. You don't need to blast it to your whole list. Just call the people that are already familiar with that little pocket and sell it to them. I promise you, it's so much easier. And be a good negotiator, right? Like sell it for the most you possibly can so that there's still enough room on the table for the buyer. Because the biggest mistake I see with wholesalers is that they get the numbers way wrong. So make sure to get your numbers right, to sell it for a competitive rate that still gets you paid, and use these three hot ninja strategies to find your buyers. But remember, buyers are a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. If these strategies don't work, you can JV with another wholesaler in your market, ask your title company, go to RIAs, you can hustle the deal. But if you can't sell the deal after these three strategies, you probably don't have a good deal. So at the end of the day, it comes back to how good are you at finding these motivated seller opportunities. Make sure to put your focus on seller leads because that's really what matters in this market. And basically, when everyone's doing the same marketing for leads, if you don't have the best lead conversion system to turn those opportunities into deals and have a follow-up system in place, then you're not going to succeed. There's going to be a big shakeout of investors or wholesalers over the next couple 12 to 24 months because the market for leads is basically a level playing field. So I hope this helped you. If you have any comments or questions, leave a comment right below this video, like it, share it, and InvestorFuse.com is where you can check out a bunch more content like this. We also have a podcast that is all about building a business around your ideal lifestyle, around time freedom. If you go to timefreedomshow.com, you can check out and subscribe to that podcast, or you can join our Facebook group at realestatetimefreedom.com. I'm Dan Schwartz. You have a great day.